Welcome to another How to Attack in Chess episode, and today I'm gonna explain you what are focal points in chess and how you can attack them. But my first question to you is, what are the weakest squares on the chessboard in the starting position? So if you answered f2, f7, it means you already know something, and that's basically where scholar checkmate is being arisen, because basically white or black trying to attack the weakest square on the chessboard, which is only being protected by a king on e1 and e8 respectively. And of course, beginners are always, not always, but sometimes blunder this checkmate. And so today I'm gonna walk you through those weakest squares and how you can use them. So let's start by looking at the first position. It's white to move, and here we will concentrate on g7 square and how we can actually play against it in this position, as we have active knight on h5, which is ready to jump to g7. But here we actually first move our bishop to h6, basically trying to create a wide open king, because this queen is ready to attack as well, or from this side, doesn't matter. And after g6 there is queen c3, and unfortunately there are huge problems on this diagonal. After f6, knight f6 takes. Black have nothing but play something like queen f2, which is of course lost, and white are winning the game here. What if in the starting position black decide to accept this piece sacrifice? So queen c3, threatening checkmate on g7, black gotta protect. If f6 is played, there is queen g3, and checkmate is just coming. Queen g4, this, knight f4, knight d5, knight f6, winning exchange and win the game. And if bishop f8, not accepting the sacrifice here, bishop g7, actually bishop g7, queen g3, and white are winning the game. This, king s7, queen g5, king f8, knight f6, white are dominating the position and ended up winning the game. The second position, here again, now we're threatening g2 square. And again, in the previous position we had knight on h5, now we have knight on f4, but still same idea to attack g2 square. And again, same motive, bishop h3, threatening to take this pawn. And if g takes h3, of course, queen g6 or queen g5 comes with the checkmate. So white, of course, are trying to hold this as much as they can. Bishop g2, knight f5. So if knight g2 in this position, queen g5 and knight h3 is being threatened, this is being threatened. f3 protecting g2 knight, but unfortunately after knight h3 that's a discover attack on this queen. Black will take the queen and win the game. So knight f5 was played, bishop e4, basically their spin, and knight h3 checkmate is being threatened, and white just blundered it. So the next position, and again from black side, attacking g2 square, knight f4 is played. So here again trying not to attack as much as we can, and let's say e takes f3, there is queen h3, and after bishop f4, removing the only other attacking piece, e takes f3, and unfortunately no way to protect from queen g2 checkmate. So here white tried bishop in knight d4, and look, try to find the best move in the following position, because it's actually insane. And this move is to sacrifice queen h3. So here actually it looks like, alright, white just protected everything on the board, everything looks safe, but after queen h3, white just resigned, because basically g takes h3, knight h3, and if g takes f3, queen g2 is a checkmate. Again, the next position, here from black side again, knight f4, queen a5. So basically knight f4 is an insane move because it gives up this queen, but unfortunately, white are not able to take it. So queen a5, and now we're not going for queen a5, we're not going for trades. The only move was played, which is rook h8. And now if white try to play bishop b6, they're actually cooked, because after rook g2, king h1, ba-bam, knight h2, knight f2, checkmate. I'm not sure if you have seen something like this before. Knight e1, protecting g2 square, but this doesn't stop black from sacrificing on g2. Knight g2, knight d2, sacrificing the queen again, putting this knight under 2 attacks, but they're still winning this freaking chess game, because they have to go. Let's say they take this again, but now unfortunately this, and checkmate is coming. So have to play queen d5, takes, and of course black are winning the game because they will pick up a rook and they have just bunch of material on the board. So the following position actually is the whole game I want to show you. Takes, knight g3, castle takes, knight f5, because this game has a very beautiful ending. So again, trying to attack g7 square, knight d4, knight e5, bishop b3, takes. You know, black decided not to go for endgame, but actually this queen will take, you know, the best spot in the final position. Queen d6, knight d7, rook d1, rook d8, queen g3. And at some point, alright, black declined the queen trade, and it looked like, alright, the position looked kinda, you know, equal. But now white started outplaying their opponent. Knight d6, this. Look how passive. I mean, what is knight g8? What on earth? Knight f5, king h8, and now beautiful queen g6 ends the game, because bishop is very active. Unfortunately, black are not able, you know, to sacrifice and then retake, because queen g7 comes first, and after takes, rook h3, knight h6, rook h6 is a checkmate, because basically this bishop is restricted here. Knight on f5 blocks g7, and you know, nobody can take this rook on h6 again. And now focal point on h7. So here, you know, beautiful knight on g5, which restricts the king from going to h7 square, and now queen b1, basically sacrificing the queen on b1 so we can actually take on e8. And after queen d7, this is the move you see on the thumbnail. Exactly. You can just, you know, close the tab, then see the solution, or you can try to solve it right now, because the solution is to play rook e7, which is absolutely insane, and now no stop from this, or we will just take the queen and white win the game. And again, focal point on h7, and how we can actually use this knight and queen combo to checkmate black on h7 is by playing knight d5. We will be threatening bishop f6, we're threatening this knight with 2 pieces, we're attacking the queen. After e takes d5, bishop f6, of course, black just lost. Bishop f5, queen f5, and after g6, oh my goodness, let's go. Queen g6, bishop d5, rook f7, bishop s7, picking up all the material on earth on this chessboard, and white wins the game. And again, sacrifice on what? On what? h7, of course. King h7, queen h5, king j8, g6, and again trying to go for it. And I mean, according to the computer, this is the best move, but of course black allowed checkmate, because after queen g7, this king has nowhere to go, as all pieces around are actually not protecting. And another game, and now this f7 square comes into place. d4, knight f6, knight f3, d6, knight c3, knight d7, e4, e5, and I would suggest you to memorize this game, because this might actually occur in some of your games, and this is a good idea to remember. Bishop e7, castle, castle, queen e2, takes, rook e8, bishop f7, and now this is coming towards black's king. Knight e6, trying to take the queen, and of course, white are just winning the game. d5 takes, king f7, d6, I mean now knight d5, but doesn't really help, but after d takes e7, you know, white will pick up a knight on d5, and with a huge domination, knight c7 coming and whatnot, white will end up winning the game. And the final example position in this episode is this one. So here king is on g8, and of course we have this clear idea to go for this, but after rook g8, you know, this rook is unfortunately cannot go here. Let's say we try, we would really love our rook to be on h2, checkmating this king. Fortunately we don't have it. That's why in this position white play rook f3. We're trying to go for queen h7 and rook f3 checkmate, and black have nothing to do because after bishop f3 takes, now this rook from a2 is free to go to h2 and d5. Basically queen h7 doesn't work because here unfortunately it's not a checkmate and black will be winning the game. But after d5 there is very quiet and calm decision, which is f4. And now the point is, this you can't even protect. You can't even protect, and black are completely lost because this is the only move they have. And of course after queen f4, let's say this, queen h6, this, queen h7, this, and rook h2 will be a checkmate. Again, let me know in the comments if this was a useful lesson for you. I'll see you in the next episode where I'm going to show you bishop sacrifices. Now, bye bye.